From exposing the entire industry
Is Hollywood racist? You're damn right Hollywood's racist.
to calling celebrities what they actually are.
Disgusting, pill-popping, sexual deviant scum.
Here are 9 times comedians got revenge at award shows, starting with Chris Rock, who exposed Hollywood's racism when talking about his meeting with the president.
And I'm like, Mr. President, you see all these writers and producers and actors? They don't hire black people. And they're the nicest white people on earth. They're liberals. Cheese. That's right. Is Hollywood racist? You're damn right Hollywood's racist.
And Chris couldn't help but joke about the topic.
This is the wildest, craziest Oscars to ever host because we got all this controversy and no black nominees, you know? And people are like, Chris, you should boycott. Chris, you should quit. You should quit. You know, how come it's only unemployed people that tell you to quit something, huh?
But instead of playing safe on TV, Chris pushed the dark humor pedal all the way down.
I'm sure there were no black nominees some of those years, say 62 or 63, and black people did not protest. Why? Because we had real things to protest at the time. You know, we're too busy being and lynched to care about who won best cinematographer. You know, when your grandmother's swinging from a tree, it's really hard to care about best documentary foreign short.
Before he finished, Chris would even take Jada Smith to task.
Jada got mad. Jada says she's not coming, protesting. I'm like, is she on a TV show? Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
But when he did the same 6 years later, it resulted in the infamous disaster.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
While he didn't say anything on the spot, Chris's destruction came later on his own show.
For people that don't know, and everybody know, Will and his wife was f***ing her son's friend, okay? Now, I normally would not talk about this shit, but for some reason, these niggas put that shit on the internet. I have no idea why 2 talented people would do something that f***ing low down. What the f***?
And Chris immediately put Will on blast.
Everybody called him a. They called his wife a predator. Everybody called him a. Everybody. And who's he hit? Me. He know he could beat. That is some shit.
But even in jokes, Chris expressed how betrayed Will made him feel.
I love Will Smith. My whole life I love this. So I'm open up for Run DMC at the Nassau Coliseum. I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life. I root for this motherfucker, okay? And now I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped.
And finally, Chris broke his silence on why he didn't fight back with one of the best mic drop moments in history.
And a lot of people go, Chris, how come you didn't do nothing back? How come you didn't do nothing back that night? Because I got parents. That's why. Because I was raised. And you know what my parents taught me? Don't fight in front of white people.
Just like Chris was having none of Will's BS, Ricky Gervais also let everyone know that he meant business during the 2016 Golden Globe Awards.
Shush. Shut up. You disgusting, pill-popping, sexual deviant scum. I want to do this monologue and then go into hiding, okay? Not even Sean Penn will find me.
And it didn't take long for Ricky to start his usual award rampage.
Relax, I'm going to try and be nice. You're global megastars with amazing talent, most of you. A few of you just married well. You know who you are. We all do. We all do.
From there on, Ricky kept sniping celebrities one by one.
But as I say, I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but...
And the next target was Angelina Jolie for her adoption choices.
Some people still think this award means something. The winners, just listen to me, listen. It doesn't just... Right. When Brad and Angelina see our next two adorable little presenters, they're going to want to adopt them. Please welcome Kevin Hart and Ken Jeong.
But before he left the stage, Ricky took one final jab at the dark side of award shows.
One Hollywood publication said that me hosting would mean that some film stars would stay away for fear of being made fun of. As if film stars would stay away from the chance of winning a Golden Globe, particularly if their film company has already paid for it.
While Ricky burned everyone indirectly, Jimmy exposed A-list celebrities with jokes that were too on the nose.
And congratulations to Silly Ann's co-star, Robert Downey Jr., who is, this is the highest point of Robert Downey Jr.'s long and illustrious career. Well, one of the highest points.
And next on the chopping block was Bradley Cooper for his interesting partner choice.
Bradley brings his mother to every award show, right? She was dated last year at the Oscars and the Tonys and the Soul Train Awards, etc. It's very sweet, but I guess the question is, how many times can one bring his mom as his date before he is actually dating his mom? Are you working on a movie about Freud right now and not telling us?
Moving on from celebrities, Jimmy also took shots at Hollywood itself.
But the rest of us said we will not accept a deal without protections against artificial intelligence. And as a result, actors no longer have to worry about getting replaced by AI. Thanks to this historic agreement, actors are now able to go back to worrying about being replaced by younger, more attractive people. And I think that's great.
But before Jimmy was done, he made sure to call out everyone's hypocrisy.
Now Barbie's a feminist icon thanks to Greta Gerwig, who many believe deserved to be nominated for Best Director. Hold on a minute. I know you're clapping, but you're the ones who didn't vote for her, by the way. Don't act like you had nothing to do with this.
Jimmy roasted everyone for entertainment, unlike Jim Carrey, who had a valid reason to humiliate the hosts when they made a bizarre request.
Jim Carrey is nominated for his show Kidding.
Because at the 2016 Golden Globes, he called out the award's vanity. Carrey also put pretentious celebrities in their place, right at the start of his 2007 speech.
At moments like this, I would like to quote my good friend Carl Reiner, who has often said to me, "You don't give awards to comedians." Your whole career as a comedian is about making fun of pretentious, high-minded, self-congratulatory BS events like this one.
But Jerry wouldn't stop dunking on award shows just yet.
The whole feeling in this room of reverence and honoring is the exact opposite of everything I have wanted my life to be about. I really don't want to be up here. I want to be in the back, over there, somewhere over there, saying something funny to somebody about what a crock this whole thing is.
And Jerry kept roasting with facts that everybody else was too afraid to say.
Honestly, it is beyond me that we feel the need to set aside a night to give out these Jag-Off bowling trophies 6 times a year so all these people can pat each other on the back about how much money they're making boring the piss out of half the world. And if I hadn't already won all these awards, I would not be talking like this.
As the show came to an end, Jerry pointed out the futility of giving actors awards.
Playing dress up and pretend is not genius, ladies and gentlemen. It's not genius. Roll the cameras, put on these clothes, stand there ready, say what we told you to say. Fantastic. He did it. Give this man a huge golden trophy. He's a goddamn genius.
While Jerry took jabs at award shows in general, Amy Poehler and Tina Fey came out guns blazing against celebrities.
Good evening, and welcome, you bunch of despicable, spoiled, minimally talented brats. Joaquin Phoenix is nominated for Inherent Vice, but obviously he isn't here tonight because he has said publicly that award shows are, quote, total and utter bullshit. Hey, Joaquin, there he is.
And the duo kept firing shots into Hollywood's ironic award system.
George Clooney married Amal Alamuddin this year. Amal is a human rights lawyer who worked on the Enron case, was an advisor to Kofi Annan regarding Syria, and was selected for a 3-person UN commission investigating rules of war violations in the Gaza Strip. So tonight, her husband is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
But their most scathing joke came at the end of their speech on Bill Cosby's SA allegations.
But Bill Cosby has finally spoken out about the allegations against him. Cosby admitted to a reporter, "I put the pills in the people!"
And just like the duo's scathing roasts, Bill Burr also put the Grammys on blast when they forced him to announce Latin award winners.
Was I the only one who wanted to kill himself during that piano solo? I bought a suit for this. I thought I was going to be on TV. I'm such a moron. I am losing so much money right now. All right, shout out to all the rock stars that I wanted to meet tonight who are watching at home instead. I'm talking to you, Don Dokken. All right?
But Bill wasn't going to let the Grammys get away that easily and took revenge in his own way.
I can't say this name. Natalie what? All right. And the winner, the Grammy goes to Natalia Lafourcade. All right. Hey, how many feminists are like going nuts? So why is this cis white male doing all this Latino stuff? And the Grammy goes to Grupo Niche.
While Bill's words were intentionally mispronounced, Stephen Colbert's roasts were on point during his monologue at the 2017 Emmys.
Can you feel it? This room is crackling with the collective energy of people who, for the last 48 hours, have consumed nothing but distilled water and Crest White strips. Just a reminder, if you do win, don't forget to thank everyone who helped you get up here, mainly Game of Thrones for not being eligible this year.
And moving from GOT, Stephen took Bill Maher to the cleaners next for his N-word controversy.
And there's so many talented African-American nominees. Jeffrey Wright, Anthony Anderson from ABC's Blackish, and of course, Bill Maher. I assume he's black since he's so comfortable using the N-word.
As if taking shots at celebrities wasn't ballsy enough, Stephen went for the president next.
And we all know the Emmys mean a lot to Donald Trump. I tell you this, if he had won an Emmy, I bet he wouldn't have run for president. So in a way, this is all your fault. Why? I thought you people loved morally compromised anti-heroes. You like Walter White. He's just Walter much whiter.
And Stephen wasn't done with Trump just yet.
And even during the campaign, Trump would not let it go. This actually happened. This exchange actually happened in the debates.
There was even a time when he didn't get an Emmy for his TV program 3 years in a row, and he started tweeting that the Emmys were rigged again.
Should have gotten it.
But before he left, he made sure to drop one last bomb.
But he didn't. Because unlike the presidency, Emmys go to the winner of the popular vote.
While Stephen took direct shots, Dave Chappelle was more subtle with his roasts when he was talking about his fellow comics.
We watch you guys fight, but when we're together, we talk it out. I know comics that are very racist, and I watch them on stage, and everyone's laughing, and I'm like, that mother means that.
And little did anyone know that the previous joke was just a setup.
Don't get mad at them, don't hate them. We go upstairs and have a beer, and sometimes I even appreciate the artistry that they paint their racist opinions with. Man, it's not that serious. The First Amendment is first for a reason. The Second Amendment is just in case the first one doesn't work out.
But Dave wasn't afraid of anyone and made it clear before finishing his speech.
And I want everyone in America right now to look at me. Look at me smoking indoors. I didn't ask anybody, I just did it. What are they gonna do? Kick me out before I get the prize? No, this is called leverage.
Proving that comedians aren't afraid of humiliating everyone to get their revenge at award shows.